Every administration has handled the growing and housed epidemic differently, but it wasn't until recently that short-sighted decisions by our city leaders and threats to service providers put our community's safety and health at risk. Let's talk about it. Homelessness is a complicated and polarizing issue here in Santa Fe, but it hasn't always been. You see, in 2007, when 21 people perished on our streets, our community and city leaders came together to find solutions around affordable housing, park safety, and our shelters. So when a location became available in what used to be known as the adult entertainment area of Santa Fe, our city leaders decided to use $1 million in capital improvement funding to help build out what is now known as Peace Place. But even back then, city leaders knew a more comprehensive solution would be necessary because a study revealed that thousands of teens and adults were on the verge of or experiencing homelessness here in Santa Fe. So why is it the responsibility of City Hall? Well, if you believe the homeless situation here in Santa Fe is impacting our public health, public safety, and protection of property, then City Hall has the legal mandate to address it. We know the community has been asking for solutions around Peace Place since 2017, but what has this administration done over the last 8 years? Their first solution? Put the homeless to work and display these fun signs. Then they joined the Built for Zero campaign to ensure that all veterans are housed, but we know that hasn't really happened either. And then they tried to cancel Peace Place contract without any viable alternatives, and that threat still exists to this day. And on a side note, as someone with a master's in social work, let me tell you how frightening it is that our city leaders don't understand the public health and public safety risk associated with decisions like these. And then they used millions of dollars of our COVID relief money to buy the Lamplighter Inn. But 4 years later, and there's still no movement. And even though the Lamplighter Inn still remains a nuisance property, we did learn that the city is using alternative response units to clear hundreds of encampments. But despite their budget being doubled over the last couple of years, their numbers continue to go down. Sure, our city leaders have given some money to case management service, started a court outreach program, and spent another $500,000 on another study to track the unhoused.
But our city leaders didn't use the rules of good government to find solutions.
Instead, our city leaders decided to criminalize the unhoused, and they introduced pallet shelter homes. But you have to know this isn't a viable option to address this epidemic. First, none of these proposed locations are near food, healthcare, or other services, which means City Hall pays for it. Second, while some unhoused can find success in transitional housing, the facts are it typically takes years for someone to reintegrate. Third, barriers and rules keep most people out of this type of housing. And lastly, let's just talk numbers. Peace Place provides shelter, clothing, and basic health care for 80 adults here in Santa Fe for $1.5 million. Those 10 shelter homes, they're costing the city $1.5 million too. Now imagine if we times that by 5. The truth, no one chooses to be homeless, but our elected leaders' decision to criminalize this community and its service providers without providing alternatives has created an environment that puts our neighborhoods and community at risk. It's time to expand the role and size of alternative response units, guarantee safe parking areas, and build the one-stop location promised. Talk soon.